Hey everyone, I'm Orangeninja and welcome to episode 4 of my hardcore survival series. In the last episode, we took on a trial chambers to get a bunch of XP so we could enchant some of our diamond gear. We also built this tent to house our enchanting setup, and a nether portal ready to take on the nether. We've made some pretty good progress in this world, so if you haven't seen the last episode, there'll be a link in the top right of your screen now, and you can also find the full playlist in the description, so definitely go check it out. And while you're down there, consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. But with that out of the way, let's take a look at our goals for today's episode. So our first goal for today is to explore the nether and find a fortress to get blaze rods. Our second goal is to find the new dried ghast in the Soul Sand Valley so we can get ourselves a happy ghast. And finally, our last goal is to build a mob farm so we can get a more reliable source of XP to continue enchanting our gear. So now we know our goals for today, let's head straight to the portal and take on the nether. Okay, so it looks like we've ended up inside of a crimson biome, so we've got to be a little bit careful for hoglins and piglins because, yep, down there they can spawn pretty commonly in this biome. But yeah, as long as we play it safe, we should be okay to just explore the nether just a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to find a fortress so we can get blaze rods and some other items, and I want to find one of the dried ghast in a Soul Sand Valley so that we can get our hands on the brand new mob. And yeah, I just want to collect as much gold as possible as well because we can then barter with piglins to get ourselves some ender pearls to set ourselves up to go to the end. So yeah, I think I'm gonna head in this direction a little bit because I want to avoid going over big lava lakes like the one just over here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna head in this direction. I have also forgotten to put on my gold armor, so we're gonna do that now. Hello, Mr. Piglin. Would you like to take some gold? What are you going to give us? And we got some leather. Oh, a fire resistance potion. That would be really useful. And I think this is the last one here. Some blackstone. So overall, probably not the best things we could have gotten from that, but I'll take it anyway. We'll put some of that in the bundle. Can we get this gold over here without angering him? Yep, looks like we're safe. And yeah, I think we're going to carry on this way because I do see a Soul Sand Valley over there with a fossil. So we might be able to find ourselves a happy ghast. A lot of piglins down there, but they shouldn't attack us because we are wearing gold. And do we have ourselves a happy ghast around this fossil here? No, it doesn't look like we do, but I think they're decently rare. Might just take this fossil for a bit of bone meal. Do just want to check some of these fossils around here. Oh, there's one. Nice. Okay, we got ourselves one of the new dried ghast that we can turn into a happy ghast when we get back home. There is a blaze over there. Those things usually don't spawn unless there's a fortress nearby, so maybe we are near one. It's kind of hard to see with all the fog around, but that does sort of look like the shape of a fortress, so yeah, let's see if we can try and head to the fortress then. And there's blazes behind me and in front of me now, so we're a little bit not very safe around here, but it's fine. We're just gonna build a bit of a wall there. Let's just try and get a little bit deeper into the fortress, just get a tiny bit braver. Nice. Okay, I'm just gonna build just a little bit of a bridge across to there, and we've got ourselves, I think that's our first blaze rod. I haven't seen any chests in this fortress, but it's looking quite open and flat, so there might be some over there, maybe. Okay, I think there's another blaze coming at us down there, so maybe we can just... Oh, we've ran out of arrows. We just need to make it to a blaze spawner. I haven't seen one yet. Let's just go for it. Okay, there is a ghast over there. And we have actually got 2 blaze spawners there, so... Oh, okay, there's a wither skeleton, actually. I was going to jump down there, but there's both a skeleton and a wither skeleton, so probably not the best idea. But I really don't see any other option. Let's see where this way goes. Keep our sword out, and I think we are able to get to the blaze spawner now. Oh, there's 3. And 2 of them drop blaze rods. Nice. Nice, okay, I think we've got enough blaze rods now, and we can maybe get out of this fortress. I think I hear a skeleton. Yeah, he's right on the other side of here. I think we can exit the fortress now, and maybe try and focus on piglin bartering to get ourselves enough ender pearls for the end. How much gold do we have? We have quite a bit, actually, to just start bartering with piglins. I think we're just going to dig a little hole. Can we push it along? There we go. And we're just going to chuck a whole bunch of gold in there. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of this gold bartered up with this piglin, and I'll see you guys in a second, and I'll show you everything that we managed to get from it. Okay, so we managed to get everything bartered up, and I've got everything in these bundles. I probably should have brought a couple more because, yeah, we managed to get a lot more items than I expected. We managed to get 8 ender pearls, which is a really good start. So I think I'm going to come back here later with some more gold to hopefully get ourselves a couple more ender pearls. So I think we are ready to now leave the Nether. And we are back, and it's very bright here now. So I think I'm going to get all of the stuff sorted out into my chests, and it does look like the sun's coming down as well, so... And yeah, after that, we can look at getting a happy ghast and getting the resources to build ourselves a mob farm. So I'll see you guys in a second with everything sorted out. Okay, so we should now have everything sorted out, and I've made myself a little nether barrel full of stuff that you can only really find in the nether. And something else I've also realised is that I actually had 3 ender pearls already in this chest from before I went to the nether, so we only really need 1 more ender pearl before we can actually think about going to the end. And we also managed to get ourselves 3 dried ghast from that trip, 1 that we actually mined and 2 from piglin bartering. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to, I think we're going to make a little hole in the ground somewhere in this little pen, maybe just here in this corner will do. And I think all we got to do is we're just going to plonk it in some water, and it will start to become happier over time, and eventually we'll have ourselves a happy ghast. So while that little dried ghast is turning itself into a ghastling, I think we're going to start to collect some of the resources that we need to put ourselves a mob XP farm. So yeah, I'm going to cut to a little montage now of me collecting the resources, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so we should now have everything we need to start building this mob farm in our inventory right here. And while I was collecting the resources for this build, our dried ghast not only fully hydrated into a ghastling, but it's also grown up into the happy ghast, which didn't take as long as I thought it would. It actually grew up really fast. So I've made a platform out in the water where we're going to build the mob farm. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to quickly craft a harness, and we're going to ride the happy ghast over to the build area. So if we just quickly untie our happy ghast and not flood the place, and that's now attached to us, we just bring it over here, tick the lead off, and put the harness on, and I think it actually looks pretty good in orange. So there we go, we can now ride the happy ghast over to where we're going to build the mob farm. And while we're flying over, leave any name suggestions for our new happy ghast down in the comments, and I'll pick my favourite to name it when I get a name tag. But anyway, now we're here, we can cue the music and get straight to building the mob farm. And with that, we now have ourselves a fully automatic mob farm, so we can start getting our hands on a bunch of XP, as well as all the different mob drops like bones and gunpowder. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this episode here. I'll leave a link to the tutorial I followed for this mob farm down in the description. And we're super close to day 100, so we should hit that in the next episode, so I'll try and plan something big for that. Maybe we'll try and fight the Ender Dragon to get our hands on an Elytra. But leave a like if you enjoyed, check out the playlist in the description for my complete hardcore series so far. But anyway guys, I'm Orangeninja, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.